Hey everyone, and welcome back to Delmere. We're on episode 3 now, and yeah, we're slowly getting to the end of my sort of backlog of videos, which means I'll finally be able to start playing the game again, and the videos will become a little less chaotic, I guess, is the right term for it. Because until now, I've just been going through about almost a day's worth of footage, just uh, actually, probably more than that, but I've just been going through that and just editing everything together. And this is like the third episode I've made out of it. Shouldn't be too many more. But, anyways, uh, as you probably saw by the title, today we're going to be taking inspiration from Switzerland, and more specifically Zurich. Which is funny because as of when I'm recording this, literally yesterday, Cityscapes released an episode of Airfield where he changed the train station to be one based off of Zurich's main train station. And guess what? We're working around the same area today. We're not going to be building the train station because we already have a main train station for Delmere. But we're going to be recreating some of the roads around it. And if you saw in the, I guess that's a cinematic, but over there you could see there was a little bit of a tram hub across the river from the train station, and we're going to be making that as well. But yeah, we're going to be starting off with the sort of sunken highway area in the city. And that's basically going to take the place of the Zurich station, basically, since we aren't making it. The sunken highway, sorry, and an office building are going to take its place. And yeah, right now just putting together the walls for this sunken highway. And as you can see over here, pushing the sort of waterfront a little further in. I do have to figure out how I'm going to deal with the waterfront, especially along the river. I guess that would be a riverfront. But yeah, I have to figure out how I'm going to deal with it properly because right now I've just been putting up keys or walls and then using the landscaping network to get it right. But yeah, anyways, now just finishing this off with this pavement in the center before we place down the office building that's going to come on the opposite side of the sunken highway. This itself is the junction that is in front of the Zurich train station. It's a bit different from the actual one because the actual one sort of has two roads going to a tunnel over here. I tried doing that. It's very difficult. I might come and revisit that a bit later. Maybe have those P entrances to the sunken highway underneath. But for the moment, it's just a regular road. Yeah, and this is just a highway exit. Again, in Zurich, there is a sort of road like this, but it's a bit different. It connects to just a regular road, not a highway. But it works. Here, we're connecting the sunken road that provides access to the housing development we worked on in the last episode. I've just connected that up to the highway. Yeah. And there's just going to be a small sort of entrance / exit for that entire area on the opposite side. And this is the very little bit of actual intersection detailing you'll actually see. But yeah, here's the other side of the sunken highway. Again, just laying down these uh, walls with pavements on top just to form the border of the entire area before we get the building in. Oh, of course, before that I have to deal with this. Because, yeah, when you don't actually use a bridge segment for uh, roads, then you get that little grass outline, I guess, on the sides, which you have to get rid of. I will say one thing, I might end up changing that sort of thing that you see I used for the railings on the road itself. It, lo it looks a bit weird because I just PO'd and compressed a sort of wall asset, so the textures look a bit weird. So those might change in the future, as most of this will. Here, just adding in this block so that there's a, I guess, a ceiling to the part where the road goes underground, because otherwise you just see the bottom of. Actually, you wouldn't see anything because if you look at the road from the bottom, I believe you just see like it's just transparent, I believe. Can't quite remember because I literally haven't played in about a month, because I've been trying to get all the episodes out without adding too much to my backlog. Anyways, yeah. So you can see we have that sort of rectangular space over here on the side, which is where the office building is going to come. So yeah, we've placed this down. It's I think it's a Prague office asset by Ronex, I believe. It's a really nice one. I've used it in pretty much every city I've built so far. And I don't know what it is about it. It's like this. It's just like a long office building with this circular thing on the side, but it looks really nice. And I see a lot of other people using it as well. But yeah, it really fits well into this area. It'll provide a bit of space for, like, a bit of green space for this area, although we don't actually end up detailing it, as you'll see in just a bit. Right now, just outlining the entire area with pavement networks. Just fix up a few minor glitches because I don't remember why I did this. I aligned the office building to a lower level than the actual road. I don't remember why I did that, actually. Yeah, so here I'm just adding in the sort of grassy area with more grass surface networks. And yeah, it just makes like a blank green area for this spot, but I don't end up detailing any of it at the moment. That's something I'll come back to later, because I do want to sort of just expand the city like quite a bit before I actually get to doing like the fine tuning and the detailing. So yeah, we've hopped over to the other side of the river. This is again still from Zurich. This is the road. These are the roads that are on the opposite side of the train station across the Bahnhofquai, I believe. It's a bit different. As you can see, the bridge has a sort of curve in it where we have like a small island in the middle of the channel, the river. I'm not sure what I'll do about that, but something will happen. Either we'll build something there, or we'll get rid of that island altogether. I don't know. Here's the second brook. This is the Walksher Brooker, I believe, just little south of that one. Yeah, and now we get started on that central tram hub from Zurich, and it's a pretty complex uh, little hub because, especially to make in city Skylines, because you have to fit in you fit in so many tram roads between actual, car roads, and for the space I gave it, it's a bit cramped. So I end up spending most of my time just messing around with the node controller to get it right. Most of which I believe I ended up cutting out in the end. You can see a bit of it there. Just trying to get everything right and not have the weird visual glitches where random pavement shows up in the middle of the road or half the asphalt disappears. Now these are the tram stop shelters. I think these are again Ronix's shelters, yeah. And just adding a bit of a curve to them to fit with the road shape, and also just so that it doesn't overhang too much over the actual tram roads. Because I did forget to check whether the trams are tall enough, but now they don't really go over the roads in the end, so it's fine. And this, this is just an overpass that's going to go over that road. This is something that might go away later, but seemed cool. I put it in. It's not something that's there in the actual place from Zurich where I'm where this tram hub is, but there's something a bit similar. There's like a cable car kind of thing there. It's called a polygon or something. If any of you know what that is, let me know, because I just sort of clicked on it on the maps when I was looking at it, and I couldn't really find anything. So yeah. Anyways, now just putting down this wall. I say about half my time goes into just messing with these until it's sort of just right. As you can see, I'm trying to get the heights to align correctly so that you don't have either the wall sort of I guess raised over the road, but you also don't see any of the grass that comes up on the side of the road. Again, that's done. Now I'm just adding these walls on the sides of this one road that leads the junction, I guess. But yeah, just adding in these walls. They're important for the sort of front side of it, the side that faces the riverfront, because there's nothing that's going to go there. But I end up extending the walls to go behind all this, and I'm not sure whether that's going to stay or not. As you'll see in yeah, so I'm adding in these walls, but I'm not sure if these will stay in the end. For the moment though, my idea was to have this tram line and the road go into a tunnel, but I don't know where they're going to go, and I don't think we'll be working on any of the areas that go on this side of the city for a while, because we're going to work on the actual center of the city soon. So yeah, that's all going to become relevant at a later date. So yeah, for now, this will just be left as a sort of sunken road that's about to go into a tunnel. But I'm also thinking maybe I should switch up the walls I use. around the city, because I think pretty much everywhere I've either used these, I think they're like stone brick walls. I've either used these or I've used the rail yard Altona walls, which I used for the rail lines in the last episode. And again, just using a PO'd surface, not surface, plottable grass, just to fill in this area between the road and the wall. I don't know why I don't see this more often, and why I don't see people doing this more often, but I just sort of use these circular blockable assets to basically use as a freeform kind of tool to fill up an area. As you can see, I don't see many City Skylines YouTubers doing this, and I don't know, maybe there's something bad about doing this with your assets, but I find it something pretty easy to do, and it doesn't require me duplicating the same PO assets over and over again. When I can just use like maybe 5. Yeah. As you can see, we've got this area done, just raising up that wall a bit so it feels like an actual wall, and you know, Sims can't walk off it, as always. That would not be nice. And now we're finally getting to actually placing down buildings again. That one building that I just placed is really the only tall building in this area for the moment. I know I said the city was going to take Vancouver as its inspiration for like the buildings and stuff all the way back in the 0th episode. That's coming up. Right now my thinking was that this area it's not exactly on the outskirts of the city, but it is a bit further away from the city center. So I'm not using as many tall buildings. I'm using these sort of condos which do have that sort of Vancouver-esque feel to them. But yeah, these are definitely sort of shorter buildings in this area, which has its own sort of charm to it, I guess. There's like the one tall building that you saw me place, that red one over there, and that's about it. Yeah, we're going to be filling up the rest of the space with sort of offices and things of that sort. There's one police station and one high school. Some of this will definitely change later, but we'll see about that. I sort of just placed down the buildings because I posted this on Prez's Discord server, and some people wanted to see the entire intersection, so I just placed down some buildings so I'd have something. And it turned out decently, but it can definitely be better. Now we're adding this sort of staircase up to the, I guess the road on the upper level. Just PO'd a staircase, and now I'm just using blockable asphalt to clear this up. Yeah. So yeah, that's the police station, and now just adding a few residential developments at the top of this hill, I guess. Again, probably not the most realistic, but it's sort of like, this could probably be like the kind of houses that the rich and the very rich people in Delmere can afford, like smaller houses, but still in sort of the city. I guess sort of like the Hollywood Hills, but with smaller houses. I don't know. I've never been to LA. I don't know what it looks like. I'm guessing the movies lie about it somehow. But yeah, just a few houses. There's like those. I think they're townhouses off to the left, those white buildings, and then this other house which I'm working around right now. It I don't know what that one is, but it looks nice. It looks modern, and I just attached two of them together to create what looks a bit like a mansion, I guess. Yeah, and yeah, I was trying to figure out why you couldn't use the regular shortcut in PO for copying items, why you couldn't use that with the rotate tool. But yeah, again, as you can see, just using this circular blockable grass to get a freeform fill. But yeah, I believe we're nearing the end of the episode. I hope you all enjoyed, and well, stay tuned for the next episode, which should be the last one of the sort of pre-recorded, not pre-recorded, but like the last of the episodes from my backlog. So yeah, that's coming soon, and I'll see you all in the next one.